Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wa sallallahu wa sallam wa barak and Nabi Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Third rak'ah, our Imam, Al-Qari', he recited a passage from the Quran which is very near and dear to my heart. And that is a passage, surprisingly, this might surprise you, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "Hunna libasun lakum wa antum libasun lakum." He says, they, your wives, are a garment for you. And you are a garment for your wives. You might say to yourself, why is that something so near and dear to your heart? Because I'm a revert. And I find it very striking, as a person who came from a different faith, that I come into a faith that is so comprehensive, that it teaches you as a spouse, as a husband or wife, how to behave with your spouse. Not just how to behave in a way that pleases God, but a way that earns you reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That if you follow this roadmap, and this is not just one ayah, it's something you find throughout the Quran, and it's something you find also in the Sunnah. So for example, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will tell us in the Quran, He says, for example, وَعَاشِرُهُنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ. Live with your wives, basically, live with your wives in the best way. وَعَاشِرُهُنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ. Gives you that advice. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, knowing the psychology of man, there's going to be problems, there's going to be mashakil. So He gives us advice. He says, فَإِنْ خِفْتُمْ شِقَاقَ بَيْنِهُمَا فَبَعَثُوا حَكَمًا مِنْ أَهْلِهِ وَحَكَمًا مِنْ أَهْلِهَا إِنْ يُرِيدَ إِصْلَاحًا يُوَفِّقِ اللَّهُ بَيْنَهُمَا. He says that if you fear, because the couple are having some irreconcilable differences, that they're going to split. He says, just don't let that happen. But try to appoint an arbiter from her family, an arbiter from his family. And if they really want to get back together, Allah will make it so. And then one last ayah I want to share that's in this same wheelhouse is the ayah where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, and this is from Surah Al-Rum. And this is one of the most beautiful ayahs in the Quran. Again, to me as a revert, because it speaks to how we're supposed to be with our spouses with such detail, with such diqqah. Again, it's something you don't find in other faiths. It's something that if you really know anything about religion, you've studied religion, and you read what the Quran says about these things, it's hard for a person to believe, unless they're just an obstinate person, that there is no God and that this Quran is not from Allah. In that verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ أَنْ خَلَقَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُمْ مَوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَاتٍ لِقَوْمٍ يَتَفَكَّرُونَ. He says, and from His signs is that He made for you from yourselves mates. لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا. He said so that you would find repose in them. Basically, in each other, you would find repose. And basically, the wife is a comfort for the husband. The husband is come for a wife. When he comes home from the world beating him down outside, he will find what? He will find peace and quiet. There won't be any arguing. There won't be any insults. There won't be any mistreatment. It's a place where he knows he has safe refuge. And the same thing for the wife. Then he says, وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُمْ مَوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً. And He placed between you love and mercy. Lets you know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there are certain qualities He wants the marital relationship to foster. One of them is love. That we should be doing the things that will make our spouse love us, and vice versa. وَرَحْمَةً. We should be compassionate. We should lower our wing. We should be kind and be considerate, etc. and so on. Now I want to circle back to the ayah that our God recited. I'm going to close with this. Is that He said, هُنَّ لِبَاسٌ لَكُمْ وَأَنْتُمْ لِبَاسٌ لَهُنَّ. He says, you are a garment for them and they are a garment for you. What is a garment? What does that mean? Scholars of Islam, they said that it means 4 things. And those 4 things tell you everything you need to know about the marital relationship. The first one for libas is a sitter. A sitter is what? Something that covers and conceals. That the spouses are supposed to cover and conceal each other's faults. Cover and conceal those faults, and also help each other to do what? To correct those faults. To turn those negatives into positives. The second thing is second. And we talked about this a little bit, that the spouse, one for another, they're supposed to be a source of tranquility and repose and peace and comfort. Number 3, firash. They're supposed to be a source, the only outlet for intimacy. That they're supposed to be that for each other. And last but not least, one of the most beautiful ones, lihaf. What is a lihaf? A lihaf is something that's wrapped around something else to protect it. But also, if something is wrapped around something, it's a kinaya, it's an indication that they're extremely what? Extremely close. Husband and wife are supposed to be extremely close. They're supposed to be the best of friends. And so this is very important for us to think about and reflect on in light of what we talked about yesterday. We talked about letting the Quran that we're reading and we're listening to, letting it be our guide in this month. To teach us how to be better, how to be the good Muslims that Allah wants us to be. Teaching us how to really be good, not to pretend to be good. And this is important for us because many of us, when we're outside in public, we're the nicest of people. But when we go home, it's a different story. And shame on us. Because the Prophet said in the hadith, he said, أَكْمَلْ مُؤْمِنٌ إِيمَانًا أَحْسَنُهُمْ خُلُقًا وَخِيَارَكُمْ خِيَارَكُمْ نِسَائِهِمْ خُلُقًا. He said the most complete of the believers in terms of their faith is the one who has the best character. And the best of you, the really good Muslims, are not just the ones who pray 5 times a day and fast in Ramadan. The best of you, the really good Muslims, are those who are good to their wives. Think about that, ya ikhwan, in this month where we're trying to be better. And look at the areas where we can improve. This is an area where many of us can improve. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from those who listen to the talk and follow the best of it. هذا وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.